Here we go. The herd hierarchy, top 10 teams according to me. Here we go.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
Listen, I don't love Miami, but I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs. I mean, if they beat Buffalo and they get a home game, I mean, Tua didn't play particularly well, but Baltimore embarrassed Detroit, Seattle, the Niners. Baltimore embarrasses a lot of people. They're 9-0 when they allow 20 points or fewer, and I do think Bradley Chubb's injury is a real killer for this team because they're going to give up more points, and that'll mean a pretty quick exit. But we have to acknowledge they're fun to watch. They're very explosive. If Tyreek Hill is healthy and running downfield, they're dangerous. Miami at 10.
Number 9.
I love the Houston Texans. They're the first team with a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback to make the playoffs since 2012 in the Colts, Chuck Pagano and Andrew Luck. The bottom line here, C.J. Stroud, he's like a veteran. 4 games, no turnovers. Bounce back off the concussion. They've got weapons. Tank Dell, Schultz the tight end, Nico Collins. I don't think they're a multiple playoff win team, but what a story they are in Houston.
Number 8.
Listen, Kansas City's bad at receiver. Lead the NFL in drops. 8 straight division title. They got a puncher's chance, but Super Bowl champions generally don't look like this, where they've got issues all over the field. I think they're going to win playoff games, maybe multiple. But it's been rocky. Travis Kelce's age is apparent. He limps a lot now. The wide receivers they just don't have a one. Rashee Rice is good. He needs another offseason. But Andy Reid, Mahomes, they're a top 8 team, certainly capable of winning more than one playoff game.
Number 7.
I wouldn't want to play the Cleveland Browns. First team to make the playoffs, starting 4 different quarterbacks. I'm just here to tell you that defense is physical. Joe Flacco has nothing to lose. No team will go into the playoffs more carefree on offense. What are they going to lose? Flacco doesn't care. Flacco's got the bag. Flacco's got the trophy. So they're going to come in loose, nothing to lose. They've been banged up at wide receiver. They get them back. I got Cleveland at 7.
Number 6.
The Rams are not a mystery. Great coach, great receiving talent, great quarterback. They're a little like the Washington Huskies. Do you want to play them? With that coach, that quarterback, and those weapons, you want to play them? And one great defensive lineman. Listen, Kyron Williams, the running back, 7 straight games over 100 yards. Puka's the rookie of the year, arguably. Great draft. Stafford healthy. Brilliant coach. Again, house money. Nobody thought they'd be here. Like Cleveland in the AFC, they're going to go into this playoff loose. Stafford and McVay already have a trophy. I wouldn't want to play them.
Number 5.
The Cowboys. Listen, 8-0 at home, 3-5 on the road. I think they are what they are. I don't trust them late in games. That's why I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I don't necessarily trust them on the road. But Dak does lead the NFL in touchdown passes. I still think they should have gone and at the trading deadline went after Derrick Henry or a better running back. They have no running game. Tony Pollard's, is he a 2? He was the 3rd best running back against Detroit. CeeDee Lamb's a remarkable talent, but they feel very dependent on CeeDee Lamb. Like, wildly dependent on CeeDee Lamb.
Number 4.
Detroit beat Dallas, be honest. I mean, they really did. I put Dallas ahead of Miami when they lost. I'm going to put Detroit ahead of Dallas, even though they lost. They're 7-0 when they have 140 rushing yards, and with that O-line and those backs, they get there a lot. I think they can score a lot of different ways. I think they can come from behind and win. They can ball control and win. They've got a pass rush. They have a flawed secondary. Almost everybody in the NFL does. I like Detroit and their story. Highly, relentlessly aggressive, sometimes to a fault.
Number 3.
I'm not going to move the Bills. They've won 13 straight regular season games in December and January, and Josh Allen leads the NFL in touchdowns with 42. I do think the emergence of Cook at running back and the O-line's had their best year in about a half a decade. I do believe this is what a conference championship team looks like. I think they're going to get to the conference championship. I don't know if they're going to win it, but they do not feel as totally reliant on Josh Allen as previous years, and I like what they're doing.
Number 2.
San Francisco, I don't think anybody's going to argue. They've won 21 straight regular season games when they score at least 20, and they generally score at least 20. I think they're probably going to rest Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey in the final regular season game. Listen, the final two spots, nobody's going to argue. San Francisco's 2 and number 1.
Number 1.
Baltimore has humiliated San Francisco, Miami, Detroit, and Seattle. I don't think there's any question. Lamar should be the MVP. And what do you want me to say? I think he's the soul of the team. I think between Harbaugh's chip on his shoulder, Lamar's chip, the toughness, the grittiness, the relentlessness, the competitiveness, I love this franchise top to bottom. Zay Flowers, I know he's like a 5'9 rookie, and a lot of people are like, is he a first-round pick? Holy moly, is that guy a handful. That guy has transformed that receiving core. Sometimes you forget OBJ's on the field. I mean, Zay Flowers is, and by the way, the other kid, Lively, number 80. Look at second-year guy. He's emerged as a star. So Baltimore's been good forever. We've always questioned their receiving core. This year, their receiving core often leads the way. Baltimore at 1. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.